Okay, yeah. I wanted to share some thoughts about Hózhญ่Leads the Way. I am so glad that I'm uh, going down to Monument Valley, and I've already met with some folks down there, and then also to see that the local community with the education, schools, principals, and students are really focused on this word "huizhong," and even interviewed folks, their parents or grandparents, and actually made a book out of it. And then to see that they're all invested in this word "huizhong" through all the way up from probably the kids because they're writing, and also because maybe the leadership where the district is beginning to figure and beginning to see. Anyway, Huizhong is their word, and because of that, I'm able to see how I can add to the ideas of Huizhong. And so today I have this umbrella like idea, or you can say the wheel that I see, or the wedding basket, or the life, or the way Navajos view things in their world. And I say, you know what? Huizhong leads their lives. And it's kind of like a vision. It's kind of like the energy that they're forming. And the more they focus on it, the more it feels like their energy is coming to in their minds and their hearts and their lives, and seeing that how this energy becomes, the other day we talked about it as a vortex. And I thought, wow, beautiful. I remember a story about my mother saying, when we're kind of by a stream of water, and we were all there because we were doing gardening, planting and gardening and taking care of the garden. Um, and then so we camped out, and so my mother was kind of giving me some cautions, to not just me but to my brothers and sisters also. And I remember her saying, when you go down by the river, and when that river kind of comes into a bend, there is something I want you to be aware of. Right at that bend, there's a circular water, whirlpool, a Tohoki, yes, she said, I want you to be aware, do not get close to that water that's right there, turning and turning, because there's a individual living in there, and he is called Kehotsodi. Kehotsodi. And then when I think about that word Kehotsodi, is we call it today we call it water monster, and it is a monster according to Navajo legend. But when you take apart that word, Ke means water, meaning the river, and Hotsode means Hotsode means something that grabs you and pulls you under. And for those that, or of us that are not ready to breathe water or in the water or live in the water like the fish, it will take life away from us. So she's saying, don't go near it because you might fall in, and Tiehotsori will grab you and take you under. Anyway, so what I'm saying is there are concepts opposite of Huizhong, and they're all in a way kind of like what I'm saying. They're circular. They're focusing in. They're moving, and they're uh, creating their own vortex. Yeah. And the same thing we see uh, when my grandmother would say, I did not so this is what here comes a whirlwind. Everybody say these words, Nadane, nadane means your in-law, especially if you're a woman, like grandma, and the young man is living with your daughter, and the person that married the daughter, he is called Nadane. So she was saying Nadane, Nadane, and in Navajo tradition, you don't a grandma does not see the daughter's husband. They're not never supposed to see each other, uh, and for that reason, she's saying say Nadane to the whirlwind, and so that he'll take off a different direction instead of right for you. Or you saying, I'm your in-law, don't, you're not supposed to see me, that kind of idea. So grandma had her own version of this vortex idea that might not be very good. And then in our world today, when we think in terms of even this right now, maybe it's summertime, if you listen to the news, there are big vortexes that are happening. Some on land, we call it a hurricane. Hurricanes in the water, tornadoes on land. So all those have this vortex. And when you think about those, they do destroy, they do clean up, they do some powerful things, right? So when you think about those ideas, there are some really beautiful things that are happening that are also, or we can create what we call a vortex of that one. And Hózhญ่is that kind of energy. When a Navajo believes in the Hózhญ่vortex, the beauty, the peace, the love, the joy, the balance vortex, he has a very, very wonderful, beautiful world. And it starts small, and every day when you take in the, the, the things that are, if you listen to the elders, they might say, when you wake up, make sure you pray, face the east. My father, my mother, my brothers, we all used to line up every morning before the sun came up. My father would lead us in a prayer, and the first thing he would say is, let Hózhญ่come into our lives. And this is a prayer that it's almost like a set prayer. This is what I desire. This is what we desire. From this day forward, let Hózhญ่be in our lives. And then from there he would say and name the actual four directions, like Father Sky, Mother Earth, and then he would say things like Cisnajin, Tzotziltoko, asleep, the Bensa would be the sacred mountains, all the sacred things that help our people. Uh, they have knowledge, wisdom, they have powers, understanding. He used to saying, listen to me, listen, please help me out. Please give us direction, please. I want this feeling of Hózhญ่. And then every time he finishes a prayer, he would repeat the words Hózhญ่Nahastli, 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 four times. And actually referring to the four direction, but also saying Nahastli means Hózhญ่has come again. At the end of the prayer, I feel Hózhญ่. I feel strong. I have created a mini vortex for me that I can take with me throughout this day, all day long, 24/7. And so, Hózhญ่Nahastli, Hózhญ่Nahastli. What a powerful way to start every morning. And this was instilled in us as little guys. I didn't know what he was saying, but as the years go by, I now understand that my dad was trying to say, let's create a Hózhญ่vortex in our lives. And when he says, Hózhญ่Nahastli, let peace come again, let joy come again, let love come again, and let peace and harmony come again. And there's the four direction. But each of these four directions have these beautiful concepts. Are there things we can do in the morning? Are there things we can do during the day that will create more of this Hózhญ่. And when you come home in the evening, when you meet each other, this is where relations are very strongly honored and shared. Um, Love, joy, happiness, peace, thankfulness right here. Um, that balance, that harmony between daytime, nighttime, between the four directions. All those are some beautiful concepts. And so in the evening when we come back together, exactly the same thing. This prayer was for the day. This evening time when we family comes back together, that was Hózhญ่for the night, to give us peace and love and joy and harmony till morning comes again. So this was kind of 24/7, all the way, believing that this vortex, meaning this energy of love, joy, harmony, peace, will always be in existence in us and in our lives and in our family, in our surroundings. So anyway, I wanted to just share that with you today. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah.